want to talk about full-heartedness in opposed to doing things half-heartedly. So how many things do you do in a half-hearted way? Most of us do quite a lot of them. So I'll just give you an example of one of the things that I realised how important the understanding of doing things with a full heart was in helping me make a choice, make a decision, how I communicate that to somebody else, and how both of us have a much better, much enjoyable experience if we've done something when it's full-hearted. So if a friend rang me to say, I really want to go to see a film tonight, and I'm feeling a bit low, first month or so of being on their own after a relationship breakdown. So, you're sympathetic to the fact that they really want to have something to go out and do rather than having another night at home. But I've had a really long, busy week, and the only thing I'm looking forward to is getting home, chilling out, having a hot bath, going to bed early, reading a book, whatever it is, time for me to recharge. But, we feel sympathetic to our friend, and so we get into that, I should make the effort, and we go along anyway. So we put our own needs aside. So we go along and we watch the film, we're tired, not a film that we're particularly interested in, but you think, well, I've helped my friend have an evening out. But does that friend get the best of you? Do they get the side of you that they really value, the side that will sit and chat with them and dissect the meaning of the film and just put a lot of energy into, talking about it afterwards and going on for something to eat afterwards, and just having had a really, the sort of evening where you both really enjoy it because, you both wanted to go out on that occasion. If you're a really good actor, your friend may have all of that side of you. Not being a very good actor, I would not be, as chatty as I normally am. I probably wouldn't be that keen on going out for a meal afterwards because that's just going to make it even later. So my whole wanting to have an early night or whatever has gone further and further out the window. So I'll go along, but I've certainly not put as much energy and enthusiasm into the evening as I would like to. So rather than saying yes, even when you're saying it, you're thinking, that's really my one night that I just wanted to recharge my batteries. So instead of doing that, if we can acknowledge that we will not be doing it full-heartedly, we will be doing it half-heartedly because our heart's not totally in it. So as soon as we start looking at the decision as to whether to say yes or no based on, am I doing this with my full heart or half-hearted? As soon as we do that, we identify what the issue is. So in this scenario, it won't be that we don't want to go to see that film with that friend ever. It's just that night we wanted to do something different. So if we can say with absolute honesty, do you know what? The only thing I can think about doing tonight is, going home, whatever. But I'd love to do it on another night. Let's plan a night, later in the week, whenever, where we do that, then we go for a meal afterwards or whatever. And so you've still made an arrangement that will be, good for your friend to get out, but you're going to turn up with a full heart. So even if you're not that into the film, you're going to be, when you're energised and you've looked after yourself first, we're all much more able to be interested in something that isn't really, isn't the thing we most want to see, but we're happy to talk about it and play devil's advocate and discuss it because we know our friend really likes the film. And they will notice the difference. When we're in a situation when we're kind of just pretending, we're acting, so we're smiling, we're saying, oh, it's nice to see you, but, you know, we're not really fully meaning that. There is an energy that the friend, relative, whoever it is, will pick up on, where it's not really authentic. Whereas when we turn up and are totally authentic and want to be there, that also is picked up by them. And you'll notice the difference. You will leave, I don't know, let's say a relative's house that you struggle with visiting at times, and you can genuinely say, oh, I've really enjoyed coming over today. And they will quite often say in a very different way to how they normally say, oh, it's nice to see us. They'll say, oh, it's really good to see you today. We had a really good chat. And there's something, they've picked up on something that it was genuine. You were there genuinely, and it wasn't just something to tick off your list that you have to do. So next time that you feel that dragging feeling, that kind of heavy feeling in your heart, where you think, oh, I've agreed to do this, but it just feels like a chore, have a look at that. Think about it from whether you're doing it with a full heart or a half heart, and then look at why. And a lot of the times you'll be able to have an honest conversation with the person about why it would be better to do it at another time, or whatever the situation is. Or if you think, actually, I just don't like doing that anymore. I don't like that type of work, because we can apply this to any situation. As much as we might not be able to change that immediately, it's a good thing to acknowledge, because then we can start thinking, okay, what sort of work would I like to do that I can do with a full heart? It's a really, really useful way of making decisions for ourselves and ensuring that we don't deplete our own energy, and we do turn up with authentic, full-hearted intention to do whatever it is that day. Thank you for listening. I hope this has been of use to you.